Hello and welcome back to the studio. In this video, we are going to be talking about how to pick the perfect track or music for your videos. Whether you are creating a vlog or a wedding film or any other kind of video for that matter, music plays a massive role in setting the tone of the video. With so many options out there, it can be very challenging sometimes to pick the perfect song that fits with the video that you're trying to make. So before we kick this off, I just wanted to let you know I'm going to be leaving timestamps in the description below so that you can hop around to the bits that interest you. If you're new here, it's awesome to have you. It would be great if you could hit subscribe. If you find it helpful, give it a like. And I would love to know your thoughts about music, where you like to find it, where you find your inspiration in the comments below. Now, let's talk about the music. If you're anything like me, you will know that picking the right song can be the most time-consuming part of the video making process. I have sat there for countless hours sifting through music, trying to find the perfect song to go with my videos. So there are a few things that we should consider when picking our music. First of all, and arguably the most obvious, who is the audience? First of all, we need to understand that so that we can find music that is appealing to them. Second of all, what is the tone of the video? Is it something serious and dramatic? Or is it something light-hearted and uplifting? The tone of music that you pick should match and marry in with the tone of the video or the message that you're trying to get across. And third, what is the pace of the video that you're making? The music needs to match the pace of the video. So if you've got something that's fast and upbeat, then you need music to match that. Similarly, if you've got something that is slow and moving, then a more mellow piece of music is required. Okay, so should you pick the music before you even start the filming? Now, my answer for that is yes, you should, but it's not the end of the world if you don't. I like to, when I'm working with clients, I like to have the music blocked in place because that then helps inform the filming process. It helps make the filming process more efficient. But if I'm doing something a little bit more off the cuff, like a vlog or a wedding film or an event where you're less in control of what's happening that you're pointing the camera at, then being able to pick the music to fit the footage afterwards is still a valid option. I recommend experimenting with this, as some people like to work one way, others like to work the other. I like a little bit of both. And also remember that if you pick the music first and you find that the footage that you've got doesn't then match the vibe of the music, don't worry. You can still pick the music again afterwards and then just recut. Okay, so this is the boring part, music licensing. But it is important to know your options, especially if you want to be able to monetize your videos on YouTube. Unfortunately, on YouTube, you can't just use the music that you love from the charts or your favorite songs. But what are your options? So the first is royalty-free music. This type of license allows you to use a piece of music without having to pay ongoing royalties to the copyright holder. Then we have rights managed. This type of license allows you to use a piece of music for a specific purpose, such as a video or commercial. Then we have public domain. This type of license allows you to use a piece of music that is no longer protected by copyright law. It's free to use and does not require any permissions or fees. And then there is Creative Commons. This type of license allows you to use a piece of music for free, but with some restrictions. You may be required to give credit to the artist or to use the music for non-commercial purposes only. It's important to note that it's crucial to understand the terms and conditions of the music license that you're using so that you can be sure you're being compliant with. The best practice on YouTube seems to be using a subscription model where you pay monthly or yearly, and then you can use the music without having to worry about any copyright rights or anything like that. Which leads us nicely into music licensing platforms. There are many to choose from for varying quality to prices, so here are a few. First of all, we have Artlist, Audio Jungle, Storyblocks, Audio Network, MusicBed, Shutterstock Music, Premium Beats, and my current favorite, Epidemic Sound. Some of these offer a subscription model, and some of them allow you to purchase the tracks for use one by one. I recommend checking them all out and working out which model works best for you. As you can see, there are lots of options for where you can get your music from. As I said a little bit earlier in the video, my favorite is Epidemic Sound, so we're going to take a little bit of a look at that. Epidemic Sound offer an extensive library of music tracks and sound effects, which is really handy when you're trying to build out sound design. They have excellent customer support and some really helpful features such as Find Similar, which allows you to find tracks that match the style and tone of the specific song that you've already have, which is great if you're using multiple tracks and you want the vibe to stay the same throughout the video. You can even use the Find Similar feature to hone in on a specific part of the song where you highlight it, and then the Epidemic sound will recommend other songs which fit that snippet. Additionally, and one of my favorite features of Epidemic sound is the ability to download the songs as stems. So if you found a great piece of music that you really like, but you don't want it with the vocals, then you can mix it how you want after the fact. And what's even better about Epidemic sound is that they are currently offering a 30-day free trial. So there's no excuse not to try it out. And full disclosure, this video is not sponsored by them, but there is an affiliate link down in the description. So if you do try it out, then you are helping out my channel. Thanks for watching. I really hope you have found this video helpful. If you'd like a little bit more information, I've written a blog post on my website, which goes into a little bit more depth. And YouTube thinks that you should watch this video next. We'll see you in the next one.